So I just got out of a psychiatric hospital. I was there for 8 days. Pretty interesting. I was having some issues with some suicidal ideations and been in a depression for a long time. Get really bad anxiety attacks. Been on a medication or two for anxiety attacks and depression, and it just wasn't working. So I decided to go into a mental facility to try to figure out what the hell is wrong with me. So I got diagnosed with what is it? PTSD. I guess it's massive depression disorder or something in that region. ADHD. I think on the autism spectrum, which is not surprising, to be honest. The medicines they gave me are all good. Vyvanse is amazing. It's basically ephedra. So, you know, people back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s will remember, you know, Rip Fuel, Hydroxycut, Dexatrim, that type of stuff was all ephedra based, and man, it makes you jittery, makes your heart pound, but damn, does it give you a lot of energy, and that's kind of nice to have some energy for once. Even though I'm sitting like this, but I'm just now coming down off of it. But anyway, so I did my 8 days in there, and now I'm in this outpatient, I guess it's outpatient program, or, oh, it is outpatient, but it's not outpatient. I'm technically still in the hospital, but I go every day, except for the weekends, from noon to 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And I'm on my second day of that. And that can go for 1 week, it can go for 4 weeks, it's just hard to tell. And then after that, I'm going to do the step-down program, which is a couple of months of 3 days a week for 3 hours a day of basically group therapies and learning coping skills and all this other stuff. And I've got a psychiatrist appointment set up. I've got a therapist appointment set up, so I can start doing that and, you know, doing the deep dive and find out everything that's going on. You know, the PTSD, you know, I hate PTSD diagnosis because, you know, I always feel like that's for first responders and military people, not for some podunky person like me. But I guess it goes all the way back to when I was 1. I remember there's a story that Mom tells that I was sitting on my dad's chest with a glass ashtray, hitting him in the head, you know, I was 1. And he was laying on the floor having a heart attack. And I guess, you know, Mom was coming over to get me, and he said, leave me alone, or, you know, leave him alone, don't touch him. So I just sat there and beat him in the head, I guess, until he died. I don't know. I don't know if that was the day he died or what, but I guess that stuff just sticks in the back of your brain. I it's not like I remember it or anything, but I guess that's where the PTSD comes from. And of course, the Independent Center shooting when I had Randy and Misty with me, that still to this day affects me. Even though I go out and shoot and stuff like that, I don't know. If I know who has a gun or whatever, I'm alright, but if I hear just fireworks or something like that, it just, I'm always looking over my shoulder and trying to figure out who's shooting at me. Anyway, I'm sitting here and I'm taking this MMPI, which is 576 questions long, and this thing, oh my God, I don't understand some of these questions that are on here, or what they have to do with anything in the world. I mean, I took it already once, and they said that I have to take it again because it came out as a skewed result because some of my answers didn't match with other answers. Well, the way you word the question is the answer that you're going to get, and it's also depending on situations, so whatever. So I'm sitting here taking this damn thing again. I figured I'd take it while I was on my Vyvanse, so I'm more focused. But, you know, I guess being diagnosed now with mental illnesses and all this other stuff, I mean, this MMPI is to determine either whether I'm bipolar or what bipolar I am, because there's two different ones. I mean, bipolar 1, from what I can read about it, it seems like I'm not that. I mean, I don't have fits of rage, and I'm not beating people and stuff like that. I mean, I do have my rage issues, but I'm able to swallow it, you know, and not take it out on somebody else. When bipolar 2 is just, seems more like me, where I, you know, have highs and lows and that kind of thing. And, you know, I don't know, I just don't understand it, I guess, sometimes. It's just, I don't know. But, man, anybody else that's got a mental illness or whatever, I feel for you.